Position's the same. MGBR have one destroyer, a Shimikaze, which is definitely counter meta. Normally you have two destroyers, and they are AA destroyers like Yuring or Grozavoy. In their
Yeah,
case, they're running just
Shimakaze is
one.
pretty much the opposite of an AA destroyer.
And furthermore, none of its torpedoes are a good option competitive. The 20-kilometer torpedoes won't hit anything because they're seen 2.5 kilometers away.
You don't
And the
want to.
12-kilometer torps don't have the range that you need in competitive.
Nope, you don't want to get in within 12 kilometers of enemy capital ships in a destroyer, especially one without anti-aircrafts. And we're not talking about F3s at all. Just not happening. They don't exist. Not in a competitive format. Detonate.
Annual secondary Black Swan here.
Now that the ritual sacrifice is over with, let's see what's gonna happen here.
Looks like MGBR's Shimikaze is headed towards B.
Well, that is bad news for him because the Grozavoy of CUTIE is also added to B. And I know who I'm picking in a Grozavoy versus Shimikaze fight. It's not Shimikaze. Yeah, once again, I am really questioning the choice of bringing a Shimikaze. Yeah.
Now, I see MGBR are basically moving all of their ships as a fleet.
The thing is, whilst the lemming train like plan
Yeah,
may work in
they're not going to get
randoms,
any crossfire.
you're not getting crossfire, and this isn't randoms.
Furthermore, the Montana and Yamato are basically neck and neck.
Yeah, that's a huge thing. When you're in a competitive environment, you want to split up your battleships. That is like the number one thing you want to do. Because if you put both of your battleships together, you can't create crossfire. All the enemy has to do to angle to both of you is angle to one of you.
Are CUTIE splitting their forces?
QDR, they are sending everything towards B and C. It looks like they have a Hindenburg that has not loaded in, Buiselmaster. However, they did not call for a restart, and the 2-minute period in which they can do that, it has passed. Okay, their Montana Cased is currently completely stationary, sitting in D2 and taking some pot shots.
Yeah, not asking for a restart certainly is indicative of their confidence level here.
I think after that first game, uh, they have seen what MGBR brings, and they feel they can win an 8v9. However, the AFK Hindenburg is currently being. No, he's trying to carrier strike. He's trying to carrier snipe, isn't.
Are you serious?
I wish I wasn't.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's exactly what's happening.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
No, it's it's not randoms. That's, I think, the biggest thing MGBR needs to learn if they are going to have any chance of being a competitive team in the future.
Yes, I could see
This
Kaga possibly sniping a Saipan or a Ranger or something. No.
no, but tier 10, you have defensive fire.
Yep, all of his planes lost pretty instantly.
Yeah, and that's not surprising. It's just not. You cannot strike a tier 10 carrier. You can't even do it at randoms. You can't do it in randoms, so I don't know why the carrier of MGBR thought that doing something you.
Alright, so MGBR's Shimikaze's in C, trying to cap, but he just doesn't stop at the border of C. He keeps pushing.
Yeah, that's a big no-no, especially if you're going to run a Shimakaze. What you want to do in a competitive capping format is you want to get into the cap and immediately turn around and point your bow towards the end of the cap. That way, if you get radared, you can just hit W
Okay.
and run
Shimakaze is
away.
backing up into the smoke, making it very easy for him to be dropped.
Looks like the first set of torpedo bombers will miss, but I don't think the second
Yeah.
set will.
Actually, second set is likely to miss. He kept backing up.
Well, that's good. Looks like he did try and smoke the Hindenburg up, but the thing is, Hindenburg's smoke firing penalty is big enough that
Yeah, I think the gearing would see it if the gearing is pushed up enough.
yeah, if the gearing pokes out in front of and gets a line of sight to the Hindenburg, he is going to spot him.
Shima launching torps towards the Montana's expected path.
Looks
And
like
Montana beaches, so
it looks like Case, the other Montana, is capping A.
yeah. Another indication of their confidence. They don't feel they need the firepower anywhere else, so they're going to use their Montana as a destroyer to cap A. Speaking of CUTIE, of course.
Yeah, it really speaks to what we've seen of both of these teams that this is a move that is happening. And again, I really don't want to drag on MGBR. They managed to form a clan competitive enough to show up, but
You know, not every clan has a gearing. But you won't get to Kings of the Sea without a gearing and a Groza.
yeah, it. Yeah.
Rather, you won't become King of the Sea.
Well, yeah, they got to the King of the Sea without a gearing, but they are not going to come out the victors of this tournament.
Alright, so their Shimakaze is pushing up to point-blank range.
Against the gearing, and a Des
against-
Moines.
Yes.
And he's spotted.
He's bold, very bold, but he's going to be dead.
He's going to be very bold and also very dead. I mean, you. I. I just don't know at this point. Neither. It is 8 minutes into the game, and MGBR's battleship just lost a hit point. Considering they've lost the destroyer, 2 cruisers, and they have 3 cruisers on half health, the fact that their battleships are just starting to take damage is concerning to say the least.
Well, I guess we were wrong. They're not going to be CUTIE are not going to be capping A with Montana, but that's neither here nor there at this point.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of mopping up and
yep.
getting to 1,000 points, or denying them 0 points.
Yeah. Again, I really, I'm trying to be positive for both teams here, but Steamroll does not come close. I mean, there's really nothing MGBR can do at this point. They have no health left to contest. They have no destroyer. They have nothing. They don't have any options. And it was because of their composition and their initial strategy and then what they did with those two factors. And yeah.
I wonder if they're allied with anybody. They have a parent clan, and this is maybe their social clan.
No, this is their main fleet.
I see.
He's trying to CV snipe again. And he's auto-dropping. I
think my eyes are twitching.
I don't even know what to say at this point. I mean, I'm really trying, but I feel bad for any clan who was not able to sign up by the 40-team deadline.
Hey, their Yamato's getting pretty far.
It's just another rush strat, though. There is no strategy to this. It's literally just rush forward, and then
Yamato could take out the Kirin at some point. We'll see. At this range, though, I think Des Moines can. It's just on the verge of being able to Citadel Yamato.
At this range, no. Des Moines has to get within about 3 km to Citadel Yamato.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Its shells aren't that super heavy.
Oh,
No,
I
Stalin.
think Zhao can do it at this range.
0 for 2. Zhao has more pen than Des Moines, but even Zhao can only do it around 4 km. Now, if that was a Stalingrad or a Kronstadt, then yes. However, as neither of those ships have been released to the general public yet, laughs in Stalingrad.
You don't have yours yet?
Oh man, right, I forgot. Yeah, and yeah. At this point, it is just a matter of watching the ticks, and this is the end of MGBR's King of the Sea run.
Yep, CUTIE did what they needed to do: play a little bit cautiously, passively, and let their opponent make mistakes and punish them for it.
Yep. And that is the end. Perhaps a not too surprising result for some, but CUTIE defeats MGBR in stunning fashion. Pretty much was never really in doubt.